something is coming. Not from the sky, not from a stranger, from someone who already knows your name. Someone who has been sitting with a secret so heavy, so warm, so alive inside their chest, that carrying it has become the hardest thing they've ever done. This person is in your life right now. They are not far away. They are not a memory. They are close. Enough to see you. Close enough to feel it when your energy shifts. Close enough to know things about you that you've never said out loud. And for a long time, they have loved you in silence. Not because the love wasn't real, but because it was so real it frightened them. What they feel for you is not a small thing. It is not a passing thought. It is a feeling that grew roots, quietly, in the dark, without permission. And now, after all this time, it is finally ready to come into the light. Something is shifting. Something is about to change, and your heart already knows it. It didn't start with fireworks. It started with one moment, one small, ordinary moment that cracked something open inside them and never fully closed again. Maybe it was the way you laughed, not your polished laugh, but the real one, the one that escapes before you can stop it. Maybe it was the way you stayed quiet when everyone else was talking, and somehow your silence said more than all their words. Maybe it was the way you looked when you thought no one was watching. Soft, unguarded, completely yourself, and they were watching. They saw you. Not the version you show the world, the version underneath, the one you protect. And something in them said, this person, this one, I don't know why, I don't know how, but this person has changed something in me that I can never change back. That was the moment. That was the door. And they walked through it without realizing there was no way to return. They have been on the other side ever since. Thinking of you, aching for you, quietly, faithfully, impossibly, loving you. Here is what they never told you. Every time you were hurting, they felt it before you said a word. Every time you walked into a room, something in them settled, like a wave finally reaching the shore. They kept things you mentioned once, things you probably forgot you even said, and they held those things like they were precious, because to them, everything about you is precious. They watched you go through storms. They saw the versions of you that weren't easy, the tired version, the doubtful version, the version that had nothing left to give. And not once, not for a single moment, did they want to leave. They stayed, not because they had to, but because being anywhere without you felt like being somewhere wrong. This is not a crush. This is not admiration dressed up as something more. What this person carries for you is the kind of love that doesn't ask for anything in return. The kind that just stays. The kind that would rather love you in silence than not love you at all. But silence, no matter how patient, has its limits, and they are reaching theirs. They've come close to saying it, more times than you know. There were moments, real moments, when the words were right there, sitting on the edge of everything, and they swallowed them back down because the fear was louder than the feeling. What if it changes things? What if you pull away? What if the beautiful, fragile closeness you already share shatters the moment the truth is spoken? So they stayed quiet. They chose safety over honesty. They chose nearness over risk. But something is different now. The silence that once felt like protection has started to feel like a prison. And they are standing at the door of that prison, hand on the latch, finally ready to walk out. And this is reaching something inside you right now. If some part of you already knew, then you are exactly where you are meant to be. Subscribe and turn on the bell, because what comes next is the moment the waiting finally ends and everything that has been hidden is about to be seen. They've been asking themselves a question lately. A quiet, aching question that finds them in the middle of ordinary moments, while they're driving, while they're lying awake, while they're looking at their phone and almost typing your name. What if I never say it? What if I spend the rest of my life knowing exactly how I feel and never once letting you know? What if I stand at the edge of this love forever and never find the courage to step forward? That question used to be something they could push away, but it won't leave anymore. It follows them. It sits beside them. It wakes them up. Because deep inside, they know the truth that fear has been trying to hide from them. That a love this real was never meant to stay silent. It was never meant to live only in glances and almost moments and words that stop just before they become honest. It was meant to be spoken. It was meant to be heard. It was meant to reach you, and it is coming. Closer than you think. When they finally say it, it will not arrive like a storm. It will arrive like a dawn. Quiet, inevitable. Warm before you even realize it's there. It might come in the middle of an ordinary conversation, in a pause that lasts a little too long, in a moment where they look at you and something in their eyes stops pretending, and then the words will come, not rehearsed, not polished, just true. I have loved you for longer than I've admitted to myself. I have loved you in every version of you I've been lucky enough to see. I have loved you through the beautiful parts and the broken parts and the parts you tried to hide. And I don't want to carry this without you knowing anymore. Those words have been living inside them for so long. They were written in every act of care they ever showed you. In every time they stayed. In every time they chose you. Quietly. Without making a sound. Now they are finally ready to give those words a voice. Think about the moments that didn't make sense at the time. The way they always seemed to know when something was wrong. The way they remembered things, your words, your moods, the small details of your life, with a tenderness that went beyond friendship. The way they stayed, even when staying was complicated, even when the distance between you was difficult, even when you gave your attention elsewhere, and they had no right to feel the way they felt. They felt it anyway, and they stayed. That kind of staying is not ordinary. It is not something people do casually or out of habit, or because they have nothing better to do. It is the staying of someone who has chosen you, silently, completely, over and over again, without ever asking you to notice. You are being loved this whole time in the quietest, most faithful way. And now the quiet is about to end. Now the love that lived in the unseen spaces is about to step forward and finally speak your name. This is not an accident. You did not find this message found you, because something in the universe knew you were ready to hear it, and something in you, some deep, knowing, unhurried part of you, already felt this was coming. You felt it in the small moments, in the lingering looks, in the conversations that ended, but never really finished, in the feeling that someone near you is holding something back, something tender, something true, something meant only for you. And now you know, now you understand what they've been carrying, how long they've carried it, how much it has cost them to love you in silence. So when they come to you, and they will open your hands, open your heart, receive them the way someone deserves to be received when they have loved you faithfully and asked for nothing in return. What they are bringing you is not just words, it is every quiet moment they chose you. It is every breath they took while hoping you would one day see. It is a love that was always yours. It was only waiting for you to be ready to hold it.